Okay. All right, so quick summary is College AI is a college discovery application. We use machine learning techniques, cutting edge stuff to relate easy to answer questions for students to what we think is the best overall choices. We think we're improving on all existing solutions for college discovery, which are essentially glorified search filters. You will just look at results and you'll filter them down. You can never find your best overall fit because you can't relate a bunch of interests and restraints to different colleges and find the most overall fitting result. So we believe that's our value proposition, and we believe this is useful to both high school students, anyone looking for college actually, and to high schools and independent counselors where they actually are doing what we're saying, and we can use our tools behind the scenes to make them look like a hero. As I mentioned, we did things a little out of order where we built our product first, but I think that when you know you have a piece of technology that is useful and novel, sometimes you have to go that route first, as I mentioned. So what we did to discover our customers was we would use different ad campaigns. We would go to our friends and family, and we would go to the some classrooms of our college to actually run our survey through them, get feedback from them directly. And another really important one was going to Reddit and posting our idea there and getting like forum-based feedback. Because a lot of the time our problem is if you go to your friends and family with your idea, no one's going to want to harshly look at it, especially if they see it in front of you. They'll be like, wow, that's impressive. But getting people like to anonymously look at your idea is sometimes the best way to get like feedback on what they like and what they don't like. So our marketing and sales, so we're in the process of now just beginning to make our product profitable. We're at the stage where we can begin to start charging once we have our premium tools. So our marketing strategy is really just putting things like these buttons on our site to make people realize that these are reaching out to guidance counselors to find out, to get them interested about the idea, talk about joining our beta, and giving us feedback, and eventually then coming back to them once we have a payable product. And we of course will do things like Facebook ad campaigns, which we've done in the past, which were fairly successful in small areas, and we'll try to do some more broad ad campaigns where we will just try to say, for this many. So our minimum viable product, what we did is we basically built in iterations. We had our first build, which was through a web client, through a bunch of microservices, all managed in Docker containers on Kubernetes on our website. So we did that, and then each time we've felt like something can be improved or the system as a whole can be improved, we've basically broke out of that iteration and made something that's more sleek and more robust. So we hacked something together, is how we would say our first time. Smartly we hacked something together. I think that our scaling is when we're able to move this product to different to high school counselors, guidance counselors, and students. We give different clients different managing methods to make the product applicable to all these areas. So all these things are being built out, and they're being built in ways that can handle large loads of users. So right now we could be hitting 100,000 users, and our site would be able to handle that load. I think a pretty important thing when you work in the tech space, where if you have a minimum viable product to show people valuable in this area, especially because you can look at it yourself and you can ask the questions, would I use this? So being able to at least visualize is really what's valuable. What I think is a tech business is any business that's going to improve something that can perform that for the customer using any kind of new piece of technology. I won't define technology, but I'll say that a tech business is something that takes a piece of technology and applies it to some existing solution.